right, guys. Well, thank you for coming back. I'm glad that you guys did come back and see me so we could kind of figure out a little bit how to help you. As you know, last time we just kind of did an assessment and just asked you some questions to find out a little bit about your family and all that kind of stuff. So now for this session, I'm just going to kind of get a little bit deeper into kind of why you're here and kind of what. I know we talked about it a little bit last session, but now I want to actually kind of get into it, if that's okay. And also, I just want to get everybody's permission. Sometimes I like to jot down stuff on my notes. Is that okay with everybody if I take notes?
Yes.
Yeah. Occasionally? Okay. Well, why don't we kind of just start talking about each of you. I'm going to talk to each of you just so I can get everybody's opinion. What kind of is, what do you guys think the problem is, and why did you come to see me? I'm going to start with Seth here, and I'm just going to go this way, if that's okay.
I really don't know why I'm here. I'm assuming it's because I smoke a lot of pot, but it doesn't really cause a problem in my eyes. So, just don't really understand why I'm sitting in this chair right now.
Okay. What about you?
I don't know, I'm kind of with that. We were told we had to come, so we had no choice.
I'm here because I'm just tired, fed up. My husband does very little to help the kids and I, and now Charlie's drinking, and I just really don't know what to do.
Okay. So it sounds like you're kind of at the end of the rope, it sounds like?
Yeah, I'm pretty fed up.
Okay.
There's a lot of fighting, but I try to help out a lot. I help Mom with the cooking and the cleaning, but there's a lot of fighting. But the Mom and Dad fight a lot, and then Charlie and Mom fight a lot.
So what do you kind of see as what you guys need to work on as a family? What's your opinion? Jessica?
We need to work on coming together more, having dinner as a family more, having more family time. I would like to have more family time.
Okay. What about you, Leanne? What do you kind of see as a problem that maybe needs to be worked on for you and your family?
I don't know. I don't like to spend much time with them, so I don't really care.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is you guys don't really know why you're here. Mom, you're overwhelmed, it sounds like. Jessica, you notice that Mom and Dad don't really get along, and you said there's a lot of fighting and everything. And Leanne, you just don't really see a problem, or you just don't kind of feel like you're connected, maybe, is what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I don't really spend a whole lot of time with them. I don't know what's going on between Mom and Dad and what's going on with Charlie, and it doesn't really bother me.
Okay. So it seems like everybody kind of has a different idea, maybe, of like why you guys are here, is what I'm hearing. So kind of, I want you guys to tell me how I can help you in your relationships with each other, or just in general. How can I help you today and in these sessions, you think?
I think Seth needs to get his marijuana use under control and contribute a lot more to what's going on and just get with the program.
Okay, Seth, what do you think about that?
I think she's partially correct. I could work out and help around the house more. I don't think it's a problem with me smoking. Maybe I'm just a little bit lazy, lack of motivation. But I think she's correct to a certain extent. I don't think I have to cut out my using.
So it sounds like you kind of agree with her a little bit.
Somewhat.
But you don't see your using as a problem.
No, not at all.
Okay. What about you kids? What do you think about Dad's use? Did you guys know he used?
Oh yeah, the house smells like marijuana.
I've seen him do it, but I never told him.
Okay. So what do you guys think of that? Do you think that's one of the problems that you guys have, is his use?
Yeah, I think if you smoked less, maybe we'd be able to hang out more as a family. And maybe my brother and sister would want to hang out more with us.
Okay, Leanne, what do you think?
I mean, if he wants to do it, whatever. Mom seems to got it under control, so.
Okay, Charlie, what about you?
I don't see it as a problem. My friends do it.
Okay. So, what are some ways that you think would eliminate possibly some of the problems that you talked about, Marianne, like him helping around the house? What do you think some solutions to that would be?
I think following through more with job opportunities that come up rather than just pissing them away, just, not caring, knocking off the couch. Maybe just kind of getting up and doing a little something each day would be great, good start. I mean, I don't feel like I ask for too much, but there is that I do.
Okay, Seth, what do you think about her suggestion to maybe seek out a job and help out a little bit more around the house?
I think I can make that happen. I don't like not working. I've always been having jobs and have a great work ethic, and now it's kind of opposite, so I think I can start putting in applications and trying to see if I can find employment.
Okay. I know this might sound a little weird, it's kind of like a little weird question maybe, but, and I'll ask you, Mariana, first, and then I'll ask the rest of you. What little things do you think that you would notice right away if Seth were to make these changes that you want him to make? What little things do you think that you would notice?
You need to have a job and get out of the house rather than just laying around all day. You would be more involved with the kids, helping out, dinner, chores, just be a little more active. I
Okay.
think that's what I would notice most.
What about you kids? What do you think you guys would notice for that to happen? If that did happen, what do you think you guys would see that's a little bit different than what you see right now?
I think we'd all come together more, and my brothers and sisters would want to stay home more instead of always wanting to get out of the house.
What do you think, Leanne?
I mean, I might hang out at the house more, or come out of my room more, if they weren't always arguing, or Dad was still around more, but, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to see it, it's been this way for so long.
What about you, Charlie?
I don't know. I agree with Leanne, kind of. It's just been the pattern of how we've been living, so I don't really notice. I guess I don't know how to make it different. We just don't spend a lot of time together.
Okay. What else, now, I'm gonna go back a little bit. What else, when you say that Seth, you would like to see Seth be more active, besides being off the couch and, not sitting around, what else would you notice if he were to actively seek out a job, as you say? What other little things might you notice that would happen?
He'd be smoking less marijuana.
Okay.
I haven't asked him to stop, I've just asked him to kind of get a hold of it. A lot of our expenses, our extra money goes into buying his bags, and, it's kind of hard when it's on a limited income, and, kids need things, and we need things, and, it's a priority, we're gonna go and buy a bag, and, to help groceries, and so.
Okay. What about you, Seth? What do you think would be different in your own actions? And what do you think the family would notice?
If things would be different. I would be working. I'd
as far as the fighting, because that's come up a lot with, not just between you two, but with the kids. You guys have stated that there's a lot of fighting. How would you notice that they weren't fighting, besides the seeing of the actual fights? How else do you think it would seem different between them if they weren't fighting as much as they're fighting right now?
Mom wouldn't be so angry all the time or crying, running into her room. There'd be, I don't know, more of a connection between them, besides them always just walking past each other.
Yeah, they're not
He wouldn't
affectionate.
sleep on the couch so much.
What about you, Leanne? What would you notice?
I guess Mom actually being happy being around us instead of miserable.
Okay.
Yeah, our marriage is not what a marriage is supposed to be. They're absolutely right. We just walk by each other. She goes to work, I sit at home, and let the time pass.
It's like having another child. And the only grown up.
So what I'm hearing a lot of frustration in this from everybody, especially between you guys, but from the kids as well. I mean, you guys seem really just a little tired and just kind of unhappy about things right now, the situation, it seems like. I want you guys to think back a little bit. And I'll start with Mom and Dad, and then I'll ask the kids. In your marriage, when was the last time that it wasn't like this? When was the last time that there was a point where you guys weren't fighting? Can you guys think of a time when you guys weren't fighting?
Like 3 years ago, before I lost my job, everything was fine. Everything flowed like a river. Then I got laid off, and that's when things crashed.
I would agree.
You're shaking your head, Mike. You would
Yeah,
agree with
I would
that?
agree.
So about 3 years ago, before he lost his job,
Yeah.
you guys weren't fighting at all, or weren't fighting as much? Was there something else that was happening, or?
I felt like maybe it was a little more balanced then. There was contribution to, what he did to get taken care of, his obligations as a father, to his kids and as my husband and my partner, and it was balanced. And, he lost his job and it's just gone downhill. And it's like having another kid. I didn't sign up for that. I want a partner. I want it to be balanced, and it's just, I'm tired.
Okay. Now, kids, what about you? Charlie, I'll start with you and then I'll go this way. Do you agree with them? About 3 years ago, it seemed like they weren't fighting? Is that how you see it?
Yeah, they used to go out more, like go on dates together, and now we don't have a lot of money.
Okay. How about you, Jessica?
There was less fighting and